So Paul Levesque, also known as Triple H, is likely going to be removed from WWE or asked to resign, step down shortly after WrestleMania by TKO, Nick Khan, Ari Emanuel, Dwayne Johnson, and the rest of the board. Why? Because everybody that's connected to the Vince McMahon era, whether it be Bruce Pritchard, Michael Hayes, or Paul Levesque himself, they're all going to be replaced. The cabinet is going to be cleared of everybody connected to the McMahons. Why do I think this will happen? Is one very telling thing. When Triple H was in charge and Vince McMahon was not there, and Nick Khan was in charge, it was Nick Khan, Triple H, and remember Stephanie came back shortly. Vince McMahon tried to come back, and all they did was vote no. That's all they did was vote no, and he still came back. And then when TKO bought the company, remember Vince was back because Vince was the one who sold it to TKO. That's why I always show these clips of Ari Emanuel and Vince, because they did a whole media circuit together. And Ari Emanuel was likely not aware of the scandals. So TKO was not aware of the scandals, but yet when Vince McMahon steps down, he's the only one that has to go. So for 30 years, it's only Vince. Nobody knew nothing. Nobody could tell TKO anything, any of these other employees. They just go on like business as usual. Like, they're going to do some internal searching. They're going to do some internal investigating. And they're going to find out there was other people implicated. I'm not saying anybody did anything, but other people knew before the sale and didn't say anything, didn't come forward with it. And in the corporate world, they're just going to wipe the slate clean and start over. That's why Dwayne is coming in from outside the company, even though he never left the company, but he wasn't there on a weekly basis. He was doing his XFL, his movie, his $7 productions. Now he's coming back on a more regular basis. And they're going to wipe the slate clean with everybody else. So all of you guys who have been getting a lot of what you want, and Triple H has been catering to the internet fan, unfortunately, it's over for you. It's over for y'all. And some of us, we're just sitting back and we're just keeping our mouth shut. And you guys took away our Rock Roman match, and we're just gonna let that happen because we know there's future WrestleManias. We know there's always another pay-per-view. There's always another card. We don't hijack shows. We don't cry. We don't make 50 million YouTube videos. We don't actually attack these people. People were attacking Simone Johnson to the point she had to take her page down. Like, really think about that. Really think about the behavior, the environment that Triple H fostered by catering to these people over and over and over again, time and time again for the last 13 years, and do not come in the comments and say he didn't. I'm not debating anybody on that, by the way, because you can't debate history. But let me show you guys something, because I want to show you guys some comments that I do like that I saw. So I went ahead and screen capped them. Rock should fire Triple H. TKO should take WWE into a more casual direction. And they can start by putting all the wrestlers who actually look like wrestlers, Reigns, Lashley, McIntyre, Sheamus, Strowman, Cross, Mahal, Priest, into the main event. And as for all these short, underweight, out of shape indie darlings, either put them in the mid card where they belong, or do a talent trade with AEW so guys like Cage, Lee, Wardlow, Edge, Hoyt, etc. can be pushed like the main eventers we all know they are. Or send them to TNA with Triple H. What do I think about that, man? I agree 100%. These guys want to pull politics and try to stand on business from Triple H leads. Either try to do a trade with TNA, try to do a talent exchange. Give them their papers, man. Get up out of here, man. Because it's about making the company bigger. It's not about making the company smaller, you know? That's what Triple H has been doing. He's made wrestling into this small little bubble that you can't even really enjoy outside. It's only insiders that care about this stuff. And then the second comment I saw, I like this comment too. Triple H's plan blew up in his face. Number one, Triple H and Stephanie wanted control of WWE, so they leaked the Vince McMahon scandal. I don't know if that's true, but let's continue. All they wanted For that one case to force Vince out the door and allow them to rule the roost, they never expected for it to become a federal case that could possibly implicate them too. I'm not going to comment on that. It's why Stephanie left as soon as Vince returned from the first scandal, because she's seen as a leader for women in WWE. If it came out that Stephanie knew what Vince was doing, which she did, it would ruin her public image as a well-doing, friendly philanthropist. The media would tear her apart for covering up for her dad's issues. What do y'all think about that? I'm not going to comment on that. Same goes for Triple H. He knew for years what type of time Vince was on. He was second to command for Vince for years and was part of the McMahons for over 20 years. Ari Emanuel is just waiting for the Vince trial to start. As soon as someone mentions Triple H in court, Ari will fire him. I don't think it's going to take that long. I think they're just waiting for WrestleMania because these storylines got to be tied up. And then once WrestleMania is over and you can reset the universe, I think they're going to reset the universe. I said this last time. I said this when Triple H fully got full power. I said they're going to do a draft. Triple H is going to get his guys in position. You're going to see Gunther pushed to the moon. I told you that. And this is what's going to happen this time. After WrestleMania this time, you're going to see a lot of Triple H's guys get pushed down, get de-pushed. Some of them may even request to be let go. I don't think they're going to let them go. I think some of the guys may just say, I see what's going on, I'm out. I can see some of these guys, these black and gold favorites, be like, okay, I see what type of time y'all on, I'm out. I'm not going to name any names, but we all know who they are. So I think that is what's going to happen with WWE moving forward. I do think people are going to be leaving soon. And I do think one of the main people that's going to be leaving is Paul Levesque. Let's see how it plays out. Like I said, I'm just sitting back and I'm going to give you my comments in the future, I guess. Don't really know how to wrap this video up other than I'm out.